Okay, number 2. Number 2 says, the floor is lava! Maya can only get home by forming floating rectangles with the same area as the given rectangle. So in level 1, Maya is starting with a rectangle that's 3 by 12. And I'm going to draw a picture of that just so you can see it. So here is a 3 by 12 rectangle. Now the question says, find 4 more rectangles that use the same number of little squares. 4 more rectangles. Same number of little squares. So here's a strategy. And so what you can do is you can take this and chop it in half, and then I'm going to take the right side and put it on top of the left side, and that's going to reconfigure the rectangle into a different shape. And so our first answer here will be, well, let's see, that's now going to be twice as high. It's going to be 6 squares high and 6 squares across also. That one's a square, actually. That's okay, squares are rectangles. So that's 6 by 6. Okay, let's use the same kind of geometry idea. See if we can chop this up into pieces. Okay, look, here's what we can do. I'm gonna split it into 3 pieces like this. And then I'm gonna put them all on end with each other. So I'm gonna take this one and put it on the right side of this one, and then I'm gonna take this one and do the same thing. So our number 2 is going to be 3 of these 2 by 6 rectangles lined up with each other. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And that is 18 across and 2 going up. So that means 18 times 2 gives the same answer as 6 times 6 and the same answer as 3 by 12. Okay, we still need 2 more of these. So let's see. Well, here's one that you can always do. You can always make a rectangle that's only 1 square high. So if I take this top part and then bottom part and split them into 2 really long rectangles, long skinny rectangles, and then make them into an even longer, even skinnier rectangle. Unfortunately, I can't fit it on my page anymore. It's going to be too long. But just imagine if this were able to keep going, and if I was able to put these 2 rectangles together, it would keep going, blah, 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 off the page all the way over here somewhere. That would be 36 squares long by just 1 square high. Okay, last one. How are we going to do this last one? I need to think about this one a little bit. Oh, I know. Okay, let's go look at this 18 by 2, and let's cut it in half this way. And now, take these 2 halves, put them on top of each other, and that's going to make a different rectangle that we haven't seen yet. So that's going to be 4 squares high. And if I count this, it's 9 squares across. 4 by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 times 9. So all of these multiplications, 3 times 12, 6 times 6, 18 times 2, 36 times 1, and 4 times 9, they all equal the same answer. It doesn't even really matter what the answer is, but we know that they're all equal. Okay, level 2, I'm not going to draw out in quite as much detail in terms of the rectangles. In fact, I'm not going to draw the rectangles at all. I'm just going to use multiplication. So level 2 is 20 by 6, and we need to find 5 more rectangles. Okay, so the strategy you can use is take these numbers and multiply one of them and divide the other one by something, as long as it works. So let's see, we're going to times this one by 2 and divide this one by 2. So we get 40 by 3. So that's our first answer. How about Let's go back to that. I'm going to go back to 20 times 6. I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to divide this one by 2 and multiply this one by 2. So our second answer is 10 by 12. I'm going to do that process over again. Divide by 2 times by 2. That's going to give us another 1. So that's 5 by 24. What now? Okay, I'm noticing that 24 is divisible by 3. So I'm going to divide that by 3, and I'm going to multiply this 5 by 3. And that's going to give us 15 by 8. And for the last one, I'm going to divide this 8 by 2 because it's divisible by 2, and I'm going to multiply this 15 by 2, and we get 30 by 4. And that is 5 more rectangles that all have the same area as the original one. Okay, level 3. In this one, you were given 24 by 36, and you need to find 10 more rectangles. Okay, this one I'm going to go through even faster without showing as much work. So let's see, I'll show the first couple and then I'll just start saying it out loud. So for the first one, let's divide by 2 and multiply by 2. That's going to be 12 by 72. How about we do the same thing, divide by 2, multiply by 2, and that's 6 by 144. Why not keep doing this until we can't anymore? So divide by 2, multiply by 2 is 3 times 288. Okay, now we could divide by 3, multiply by 3. I don't feel like doing 288 times 3 in my head. That's pretty annoying. How about times by 3, divide by 3. That's 9, that's easy. 288 divided by 3. Well, 270 divided by 3 is 90. I know that from times tables. And 18, and then there's an extra 18 in here, which is 18 divided by 3 is 6, so that in total makes 96. That's a tough one to do in your head. It's okay if you can't do that. Let's see, we could double this and halve this. That's going to be 18 and 48. Okay, I'm a little bit stuck. What should we do next? Let me go back to, okay, I'm going to go back to 9 by 96. I'm going to triple the 9 and divide the 96 by 3. And that is 27 by 32. This question is tough. This is a tough one. There are a lot of multiplications, but we run into some big numbers. So I guess I'm going to have to do this annoying one. So if I take 3 times 288 and divide by 3, but then multiply by 3, it'll be 1 times... let's get at the calculator for this one. $864. Oh boy. Okay. What now? Oh, I know. Okay, now that we have this, actually this is nice because now that we have this one, this opens up a bunch of possibilities because we don't have a 2 anywhere in here yet. So I'm going to double this and halve this, which makes 2 times, this is actually not that hard to divide by 2 in your head because you can just divide each of these numbers. It's 4, 3, 2. Then we can, same thing, double it again. 4 times half of this. Let's see, half of 400 is 200. Half of 32 is 16. And have we got an 8? No, we can do the same thing once again. So 8 times half of 200 is 100, half of 16 is 8, so 08. And there we go. Done.